Winners and losers and the players most impacted by these rookies coming into their respective football teams. Fascinating drafts by a lot of different teams in this year's annual selection meeting. Houston remaking their roster, getting their franchise quarterback and franchise pass rusher and Will Anderson and CJ Stroud. But a winner through the eyes of veterans in the NFL. This comes from Bill Barnwell of ESPN. His winner, one of his winners that he has, not just because he got his new contract, but he got some toys to come along with him. That would be one Lamar Jackson, 5 years, $260 million with 185 guarantee. But he also got some help, not just with Odell Beckham Jr. previously signing, but Zay Flowers coming in at number 22 for the Baltimore Ravens as well there.
Yeah. I mean, the whole offseason worked out largely okay. I think we all figured that he was pushing for more guaranteed money, but it just seemed like, again, proxy war against the entirety of the ownership in the NFL typically doesn't lose these battles to the players. So he ends up getting to, at least for what I imagine is a good long time, which is a full season, be the highest paid quarterback with all the guarantees and all those things, and finally get the weapons necessary to go out here and do these things. And when I say weapons, I obviously on the field, but also he has a different offensive coordinator, right? Like he has those things. Plus,
that's right, Tom Monken, coming over from Georgia.
I think probably the one organization that is best suited to him, the one organization that would probably like ride with him in particular, his proclivities, the way that he wants to get down, all those things, exactly the way that you would want him to. So he wins in just that remaining in Baltimore, the place that I think suits him, the place that really has grafted onto him, and being able to maybe not have to carry so much of a load on his shoulders, which sounds funny considering he's getting a whole bunch of money, and that's typically what we say when quarterbacks do that, but it kind of works opposite. He has been the offense for so long, and now you hope that maybe he has a little bit of assistance in doing that.
One of the other winners, veteran-wise, from this NFL draft, you'll love this one because he's a quarterback, and he was this year's NFL
Comeback Player of the Year.
That's right.
Eugene Smith the third. Hooping, recouping, and ready to go out there with a fantastic addition in this draft. They added another cornerback in the first round in Witherspoon, right? Or Witherspoon.
Devin Witherspoon, that's right.
Which I'm actually not sure about. But like, Seattle had a little bit of a coup in this thing, man. Like, they added talent. So, like, defense got better, which is going to help because this is not a team that you anticipate him to carry. But if the defense is more solid, that helps your offense. And the offense, he got some weapons, right? Like, I don't know what more you could ask for from that dude in addition to getting this contract.
Yeah, Geno's had a hell of an offseason because they got better defensively, as you mentioned, with Devon Witherspoon, but they were able to snag Jackson Smith and Jigba as well.
Best slot receiver in this draft.
And he goes along with Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. Weapons galore for Geno to continue to cook Russell in Seattle at this point. So give credit to John Snyder, the GM and former protege of our very own Brian Broaddus.
God, Pete Carroll has to be somewhere chewing the hell out of some bubble gum, man. Are you serious? I fought the law and the law won?
And yeah, man.
I don't even think that's the right use of that phrase, but you got what I meant.
I got what you meant.
The idea that the star quarterback is going to have all this institutional control, maybe, and he was like, no, this is my spot, and we going to do what I want, and it's going to work. And it was like, good luck trading a good quarterback. Nobody does that. Did it, worked out, and it's looked bad on the other end, right? Like, it just coming up aces.
Good luck with that, Sean Payton. One of the losers, veteran-wise, from the NFL draft. We'll go with a couple of running backs.
Ooh.
Well, we'll go with one loser and one winner, actually.
Okay.
Loser, we'll start off in Detroit. Because I'm sure David Montgomery's looking around like, hey, what the hell, man? Y'all drafted Jahmyr Gibbs in the first round at number 12 after y'all just gave me a contract?
Well, I mean, he would be a loser if they kept DeAndre Swift, because there'd be too many running backs.
Well, DeAndre should have known he was on his way out when David Montgomery got there.
But that's the thing, is like the anticipation. David Montgomery signed there with the anticipation that this is going to be a group, right? Like Jamal Williams is there. They had a 2 running back thing before anyways. So this is going to remain a 2 running back. They're going to run the ball a good amount. You think they're just going to go to throwing the football all the time with Jared Goff? Come on, get real. There's going to be a couple running backs.
Hey, relax on,
What you mean?
On Jared Goff.
Jared Goff is entirely
good football player. Jared Goff.
He's entirely
Super Bowl
passable.
quarterback. Jared Goff.
All right, calm down. You're doing a lot there. He's entirely passable as a quarterback, but the expectation is he's got to do a lot of this out of play action. So like, I don't want to be the dude that's like, you got to establish run, but you have to have a credible ability to run. And that's where having a couple of running backs is going to be valuable. David Montgomery is one of those. Now the other one is Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't necessarily view him as a loser there.
Of course, Montgomery signed a 3-year, $18 million contract with nearly $9 million guaranteed up front. Another loser running back wise, real quick before I get to the other winner running back wise. Shout out to Tyler Algier, because he looked around and was like, oh, wait a minute. There's another running back coming to Atlanta.
And his name is Bijan Robinson.
Speaking of Texas, Larry, here comes the best running back maybe of his potential generation.
That's the way this draft evaluators
That's what y'all told me.
Yeah.
That's what y'all told me.
Yeah.
Here comes Bijan Robinson to help out Desmond Ridder. Good luck with that in Atlanta with their quarterback situation. But yeah, Bijan Robinson, going to be a star. No matter where he landed, going to be a star. Hopefully Arthur Smith uses him correctly in the ATL. Final winner, though, we'll go with another running back. Would you consider Tony Pollard a winner from this year's NFL draft?
Interesting. So let me guess what I think the thought process is there.
Okay.
They had an opportunity of doing something where you get another running back and you make it more of a tandem, true tandem, right? Because you draft a running back relatively high. The anticipation is that they play. Now you look up and you go, there's not any solid running backs that you go, they command time. So Tony Pollard, after having to split, quote unquote, but really after having to be an understudy to Zeke for so long, finally gets his due to be the main thing for the running backs for the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, got you.
That Tony Pollard is the number one guy there.
And it's not 1A, 1B.
No, he's that dude.
Right.
You know, coming off of the leg injury. But yeah, of course, they drafted Deuce Vaughn, the feel-good pick of the 2023 NFL draft in the 6th round. The Cowboys did sign Ronald Jones, but there isn't a lot of expectation that he's going to come and be part of that 1A, 1B tandem, if you will, that the Cowboys used to have with Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. Pollard, though, is playing on the franchise tag, so still a lot to prove from him coming off of the injury going into this upcoming year to try and possibly secure a long-term deal either before the season starts or after this upcoming season. I'm not going to lie to you. I still believe Ezekiel Elliott's going to wind up back on this football team, and I'm going to go with it. I think by the time we get to training camp, Zeke will be back on this team because the door has not been completely closed on it. But for right now, Tony Pollard's a winner because he's looking around like, oh, I see you, Malik Davis. I see you, Ronald Jones. I'm the number one guy around here. And it looks like that's going to be the case this upcoming season. Those some winners and losers veteran-wise from the NFL draft from the 903. Hell yeah, Tony Pollard's a winner. He got overpaid. Hey, relax.
I mean, it's a franchise tag. It's not like he got years on this.
You know.
Also, Obi World said, don't put that into existence, KG. Y'all act like Zeke.
What's that?
The Zeke will be back on this team.
Hey, tell Jerry Jones to put it to bed then.
Jerry Jones is never putting anything to bed. Like
that's what I'm saying.
That's how the Cowboys are. Part of why the Cowboys are the Cowboys. Jerry be talking. But also, y'all act like Zeke came to your house and stole from you personally. Man.
And look, they talk to a lot of Cowboys fans. There's a lot of them that want Zeke back on this team, quiet as it's kept.
Well, some of that is just the Cowboys fandom is so big that at any given point, you will find somebody within the fan base that has a belief of anything. What, in what regards? All of them.
And you think Jerry gonna turn down some money to see Ezekiel Elliott, 214, great point, rocking a number 15 jersey like he did in college?
Oh yeah.
Come on now.
I don't believe that. But you know, hey, again, it's something to talk about. It's something for us to talk about with the Cowboys, and Jerry loves that
for sure.